All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the garage. I have here in front of me a full audio upgrade for the Tesla Model Y long range that I own. This is a kit from Hepaking. Hepaking reached out to me. My buddies over there, Mark and Frank, reached out to me to do this upgrade on my car, and I'm totally excited about doing this. One thing I want to tell you guys, when I first got my Model Y, I was really impressed with how well the factory audio system sounded. And that's even coming from, I have a 2015 Tesla Model S that has the premium audio upgrade. With the Tesla Model Y though, there's no upgrade option from the factory, so there's not like an option from Tesla that you can upgrade to a premium or enhanced audio system. You just get the base audio system. It sounds good. The cool thing is there's this cool upgrade kit from Hepaking that will upgrade the subwoofer, the 3 mid-range speakers up in the dash, the tweeters, driver and passenger, and then the door speakers in the driver and passenger doors. All of these speakers will give the audio experience just a whole nother level of clarity, clear sound, tight bass. It's really going to make a huge difference in the audio system. So I'm really excited about that because I think the audio system already is good. It's going to really bring it to the next level. Let me show you exactly what we get here. So with this audio upgrade from Hepaking, you get these all Alpine speakers. These are the door speakers, front and passenger door speakers. You can see they come with these Alpine. These are the DP series speakers. You can really see how, I mean, they really have a nice feel to them. They're heavy. Hepaking, they custom print these 3D speaker install rings that are going to mount right up into the Tesla mounting position. And you can see here they also will provide the factory connector that is already routed through this mounting ring and soldered on to the speaker, so you don't have to worry about that. So the door ones here are the DP653s. This speaker surround really is a heavy-duty speaker surround, composite cone material. Up in the dash here we have these 3 mid-range speakers. These are the DP series as well. They have their own custom mounting rings, all 3D printed and soldered on here. You can see how they solder these on. So these are the DP653 mid-range speakers. There's 3 of those in the dash. And then up in the door pillars are tweeters. They even solder on the Tesla connectors here. So everything's really plug and play. There's no changing over, no having to swap connectors. They even do all the soldering for you. And then this is the 8-inch Alpine subwoofer that's included with the kit. And this is going to provide for some nice bass once we get that installed. Also, this is the mounting ring for the subwoofer. We've got some foam tape, a pry tool. They've even thought ahead and even given you a little ratcheting tool with a customized bit that will be able to reach up under the windshield because it's really tight clearance, and this will be able to reach up under the windshield. And this is our wiring harness for the subwoofer. So this is going to be a before. This is before the speaker upgrade. I want to do just kind of an audio test. I want to play a song here so you can kind of get an idea of the audio before. This is the stock Tesla Model Y audio system. Let me play this for you. I'll play the same exact clip once we upgrade the speaker so you can get a comparison. So to give you an idea of where these speakers are going in the car, here's our door speakers. These are the bigger ones that are going there, and then our tweeters are here. Our 3 mid-range are going up in the front here. So this sound bar that looks like it's right up against the windshield, there's actually just 3 mid-range speakers right through there. We're going to take that off and replace them. And the subwoofer is going to be in the back. This door panel comes off pretty easily. There's just a few bolts we have to take off. We take off this little reflector here in the door, just get a really small, thin screwdriver to pop that off. Looks like that's a T27 right in there. So there's one there. There's a little hole right behind this grab handle right here. T27 out of that one there. It's exposed. You don't have to remove any paneling. Okay, so once you get one side, you can just fill around the bottom, and then just use your hand to push against the panel, the painted surface, and then pry out the door panel here. This point here with the clips loosened, just lift it off. Screws that hold in this speaker, and I'm going to unclip it. The same connector there matches up to the new speaker. Yeah, these speakers are a T25. Okay, so here's a comparison. Here's the speaker we took out. This has a paper woofer. This is very light. I'm not sure what kind of magnet's on here. It looks like a smaller magnet. This is a much heavier duty, more premium speaker option. You know which way to mount it because you want to have the connector at the top. So now the speaker's mounted in there. All these holes line up perfectly. This is a perfect match as far as the adapter is concerned, a 3D mounted adapter. So now I'm just going to plug this in. That plugs in like that. Now I just have to replace the tweeter here. Getting the tweeter out is simply just pull apart a little bit, snaps out. Tweeter has this like string wrapped around it. I have no clue what this is for. Maybe just to keep it connected on there, but that's getting cut out right there. So here's the comparison of the old tweeter and new tweeter, and the new one's a little bit smaller in diameter, so we're just going to use some of this foam tape. We're going to wrap the foam tape around it so it's going to fit a little more snugly, securely inside of the tweeter housing. Okay, it fits in there really snug, secure. It's not going to rattle around, and then we can just plug it right back into the door panel once we get that. Okay, putting the door panel on, we're just going to have a clip at the top. Let's get our tweeter installed. Push the clips back in. So this passenger side maybe took me 15 minutes total to get it all taken apart, replaced, swapped over, the tweeter and everything. So I'm going to do the same on the driver's side. I won't show you that side because it's the exact same as this one. Once I do that, then we'll start working on the dash. So with both speakers already changed out in the doors as well as the tweeters, now I'm going to work on the front soundbar area where there's 3 smaller speakers. And we need to start off by removing this panel here. We'll remove the A-pillar on both sides and then be able to pry up on the speaker grill all the way across, getting it out of the clips, and then be able to remove that speaker grill. So with the speaker grill removed along the windshield here, up on the upper part of the dash, you can see the 3 speakers. We have one in this corner, one in the middle, and one over on that side there. So now I'm just going to use that little tool to take off these Torx bit. There's a T20 Torx bits. Take all 3 out, replace them with the new speakers. So here we have a quick comparison of the 2 different speakers. The weight difference is huge. The Alpines are much more heavy duty. This does have a paper cone. Paper cones just are going to degrade over time and not going to sound as good. And a nice heavy duty surround that's not going to degrade over time. This custom made speaker mount matches up exactly to how the factory one is. So these just drop in, screw them down in, and mount in the adapter. Here's where that ratcheting tool comes in handy. These screws right against the dashboard. Once we get them in, you can see all the speakers are installed, and I'm ready to start putting the dash cover back on. It just snaps back in, and then put the pillars and the side panels on. So with all the front speakers put in, now it's time to work on the subwoofer. The subwoofer's on this passenger side. It's in an enclosure in this area right here. And in order to get to the enclosure, I have to remove some of these trim pieces here along the back, along the side. I'm just going to remove this lower portion of the panel. This upper portion should stay intact. Okay, after I get this bottom panel, I have the 7-seat version, so my 7 seats are kind of getting in the way a little bit, but you just pull it from that side, and then we're able to get to the enclosure. So I want to see if I can remove the subwoofer without having to remove this enclosure. The subwoofer out, and I just need to disconnect this cable. Hepaking includes this adapter, which is the same plug that comes on the original one. So all we have to do is connect this up to the 4 terminals here. I then put some of our 3M tape. I put this around, the foam tape around the outs. This is going to be mounted to the subwoofer box, and then I also put some around subwoofer itself. You also have to remove these rubber rings. They're not going to apply in this situation, so we're going to get those out of the way. Okay, so I just got done testing the subwoofer. I turned some music on. This thing bounces hard, so everything's hooked up right. So how I hooked it up here, just for reference, red to red, black to black, green to red, blue to black. And then when I go to set this up, these two holes are the top holes on this speaker ring. There's two nubs on the top. The nub goes on the bottom hole. And then I'm going to screw in the top two, this one here, and I have to use my extension, my kind of swivel, extended swivel extension to get to this one here. There's also a channel right in here where the wire comes down through, so I just have to make sure I route the wires down through. Holding it in with one hand. For these side two. So to finish up, I just have to put the panel back on, put all the trim pieces here, and we'll be able to do a full sound test. Okay guys, so we got the speakers all installed, everything's put back together. I've tried it out over yesterday, and I want to do kind of a sound test. Same thing I did on the last one. I want to pull up that same song and use the same microphone, same setup, and just kind of give you guys an overview of that. And then also, if you stay to the end of the video, I'll also play some other music as well, just so you can kind of get an idea of how it sounds. Guys, hopefully that came through okay. I was just recording on my lav mic, and you know, that's not like the best microphone to pick up these kind of sounds. It's really hard to, you know, pick up the sounds through a microphone, then you're playing it on a speaker. When you hear it with your ears inside the car, you know, just this theater that it creates. It's really an immersive sound experience. The highs are very crisp, they're very clear, the mids are great, and then the bass really is really nice and tight. I even noticed on that particular song, the bass, I can notice more bass, and I think it's to that subwoofer's credit that it's giving a little more tighter, louder bass, crisper bass, and so, but overall, I think it's a great improvement in the sound. So the sound sounds awesome in here now with those three speakers across the dash there that are projecting that sound right up off the windshield, right into your ears. I mean, it's pretty nice. And then you have the tweeters on the door pillars that are aimed right at your ears as well. It's a great sound experience. So I think this is a great upgrade if you're looking to really bring your music up to a next level. I think it's a great. Let's go through, and I'll play a couple more songs here, and you know, so you can kind of hear some more of this. So we're of these from the YouTube audio library. The nice thing is you can turn this up really loud, and it's still very clear, and there's no distortion at all. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you found this informational or helpful. I think this is a cool upgrade option for the Model Y or Model 3. I really like the fitment of these speakers. All the speaker rings that Hepaking created for these speakers all fit perfectly. There was no issues at all. I like they include all the tools, all the foam tape that you need, even the stubby little Torx bit you need to get up to the windshield speakers. That was a nice touch. So they do make it easy. I think these Alpine speakers are an upgrade to the factory ones. It's sounding great, sounding very clear, very crisp. I'm really impressed with the sound. Already at an impressive sound level that the Model Y gives. So it really just, you know, the Model Y has a good sound system. It just really takes it up that next level. No distortion at all. Can handle those high volumes and things like that. So, guys, big shout out to Hepaking. They did send me this speaker set to try out. So a big shout out to them. See the link down below. I'll link this system down below so you can take a look at it if you're interested. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave your comments down below, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.